So I woke up this morning, I'm like, oh, it's warmer than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Actually, I paid attention to see, so I knew it was going to be warmer today than we've seen in the last.
Right.
And actually, something normally we got these like brilliant sunrises. It's kind of but here's the thing: we're going to be good as the weekend shows up, and maybe some folks could get a little bit of the rain today.
Lots of good news, it seems like Dr. Steve has for us. Dr. Steve, fill us in and all the good things. You get to be the bearer of good news.
That's right.
Yeah, hopefully some pretty good news today. You guys kind of hinted at it. We got clouds to help us out a little bit with temperatures. Trying to get some rain in here today as well. And then the nice payoff as we get into the weekend. Here's what we're tracking this morning on our First Alert radar network. Quite a bit of rain showing up out to our west. The bad news here is we've already seen some signs of starting to weaken a little bit over the last hour, and the thinking is this going to weaken a good bit as it approaches us through the morning on into the afternoon. There you see it, generally overcast skies now. It's Sky 9 camera. You know, Matt was mentioning not really that brilliant sunrise. We did briefly get some really nice color in the sky, but now it's gone pretty gray outside. Temperatures anywhere from the upper 60s to mid 70s. It's been a muggy start. Baton Rouge right now 75. Gonzales to New Roads at 71 degrees. Got it mainly dry through mid to late morning. Temperatures into the mid 80s at noon. Into the afternoon, maybe up around 90. I'm starting to think highs will be more so in the 80s for many of us with all the clouds that we see, and some scattered showers around. Not telling you anything real widespread or heavy. Let's give you a look at it on Futurecast. This is the HRRR. So as we advance it now through the morning, here we are at noon. Still mainly dry locally. Some showers showing up just west of Baton Rouge. Into the afternoon, it tries to bring in some of those showers, especially west of Baton Rouge. That's 4 o'clock. But you see how this is kind of weakening as it moves eastward. And then tonight, still some showers around because we're going to have the actual cold front moving through. We saw a good bit of green on that map, but how much rain does that translate into? Not much at all. You can see barely generating anything measurable for many of us. Now, it could be a little more than that in spots, but the bark a little worse than the bite as we looked at that animation of what might happen through the day. It looks like a lot of the moderate to heavier rains are going to kind of sink southward and stay a little bit west of us, but we do have this cold front approaching that will usher in some nice changes on into the weekend. Updating the tropics now. This is Tropical Storm Philippe lifting northward. It'll pass close to Bermuda. Could eventually track up towards Maine over the weekend. Non-tropical at that point. And farther out, another wave expected to come off Africa in the next day or so, given a 30% chance of development. Today, tonight, into early tomorrow, some scattered showers, nothing major. Will be mainly dry by, say, mid to late morning tomorrow. Highs in the mid 80s. The cooler weather really arriving, though, for the weekend. Highs in the upper 70s Saturday and Sunday. Lows down into the low 50s Sunday and Monday mornings. And then as we get deeper into next week, temperatures will rebound with maybe a chance of showers moving in by late next week. Johnny, I know you had some trouble on I-10 earlier this morning. How are we doing with that right now?
A lot better, Steve. You're certainly right. It was on I-10 westbound, almost to the flyover that takes you over from I-12. So it was right back here, and that's that area where you have concrete barriers on both sides. There is no shoulder there at all, and we had a broken down vehicle blocking the left lane. Backup started way back here at Segan Lane. Now those backups are now rapidly pushing through there. So if you're about to get on the interstate, you're not going to have any problem on I-10 westbound. It'll be a little slow in spots, but that's nothing out of the ordinary. All lanes on I-10 west past Essen are open. Take you right on down toward I-10 near the City Park Lakes area. We are your go-to station for the road widening project. It started months ago, LA 415 all the way out to the 1012, various phases and various parts of work. We do know now that 2 lanes of traffic will remain open at all times. Remember a few months ago, last year, they were talking about maybe 1 lane open in each direction. That's certainly not going to happen. And there is a slight chance, albeit slight, that they could have 3 lanes open during the project, but definitely 2. And we're right here now this morning. We're going to show you new graphics and show you a better way to understand what's going on. Right now, we're focused on I-10 east and westbound near the City Park Lakes. For more on that, we go to Studio B, Liz Coe and Matt Williams.
Johnny, thanks. And you've been tag teaming with Callie on this, trying to figure out the best way to make sure drivers in the capital region are able to get to and from that. So that information about those lane closures that are not happening, well, that's a good sign for this project that's going to be in effect for a couple months.
John just hit it on the head right there, and you just alluded to it as well. I think a lot of folks, and rightfully so, when they thought that this thing could be narrowed down to one, we got problems with the lanes we got. And if you try to narrow this thing down, this bottleneck that already existed into one lane, that caused a lot of confusion and uproar and backlash, and rightfully so. That was going to be a monstrosity for however long it was going to take. But the reality that actually is not going to be happening, and we may actually have all these things open, that's great news. This is going to take a minute, okay? This is not just like putting a Band-Aid over here. They are driving concrete piles into the ground, like 90 of them just at this section right here, which is what Johnny is talking about, which is why Callie was live this morning. That's one piece of a larger project.
The goal here is to make sure that you are aware of these projects so you don't rubberneck. No, it's not an emergency thing. This has been in the works for a while now. Please just go ahead, go about your route. Don't pay any mind to that. March 2024, we're looking for a possible trestle bridge and all of the beautiful things coming to that part of the world. So if you want to see more details about the project, Callie's got the details for you on the web story.
Okay, while you're there, do this as well. We are trying to help solve with BRPD a deadly shooting. This is from Tuesday night.
Yeah,
right?
so let's kind of show you where this is. Kind of the corner there of East Brookstrawn Drive and Howell Range Avenue. We're told 20-year-old Cedric Wells was shot. He was taken to a hospital, and that's where he eventually died. But police are still trying to get their bearings on this. Who shot Cedric Wells and why? If you have a tip, they're looking for you to call their department. But there's a change in how that's going to happen for a little bit too.
Yeah, so Crime Stoppers, we mention that all the time. 344-STOP. Here's the thing. That tip line is down. Now, technicians this is actually from their Facebook page, Crime Stoppers Facebook page, saying, we understand the tip line is down. Technicians are aware of it. They are looking to fix it. Here's what you can do. See where this is? That is their website. That is still very much active. crimestoppers225.com. You can submit a tip that way. You can also hit their app as well. A couple different ways you can still be in touch with Crime Stoppers. Very successful program. As soon as that the phone number 344-STOP comes back up, we'll make sure to let you know. But please don't let that stop you from submitting that tip, because that's not the only thing we need some help with right now. There are other stories that could use your help, including this one. This is from Saturday night, right? A hit and run that took the life of a woman.
I know this looks a little bit grainy here, but if you look closer, we've just got some of these new photos here in the last 24 hours. Happened Saturday night around 11:45 on North Street here, where that car, the driver in like a silver kind of Toyota vehicle, hit somebody walking along the road there on North Foster and North Street. So it's a gray silver four-door sedan with some tinted windows. If this possibly looks familiar to you, maybe you live around the area and saw a vehicle that might fit the description, go ahead and go on that P3 Tips app or Crime Stoppers website to report a tip.
Please do, please, please. So this as well. Now, this is Tangipahoa Parish, right? They have their own Crime Stoppers. It's an 800 number that we pass along often, but they're looking for suspected shoplifters with an S, plural.
They also shared some footage here. They're accused of stealing things around the Hammond area. From the Tickfaw area, you've got 45-year-old Kendrick Connerly, 29-year-old Tavondria Solomon, and so we've got pictures here. If you scroll through the video, you'll see different photos of them.
There you go.
I know it's a little bit grainy, but if you take a close look and share it on Facebook, you never know who might know somebody who knows somebody that could help detectives out.
Make that phone call over there. Okay, this wildly popular every time it rolls around. Self-defense class being offered again by the Baton Rouge Police Department. They kind of fill up pretty quickly, but again, for the reason that they work.
Yeah, there's a series of them, right? It's 3 classes, 4 classes, 3 hours each. If you want to sign up, they're asking you to do that ASAP because Eventbrite, they're going to close off that cap once they meet their full capacity. So we've got a link to the story for you to sign up. Those classes get started pretty soon here. I believe they actually start tomorrow, October 6th. So heads up, if you want to take that class, grab a friend, sign up for them.
Please do. Okay, opportunity for you to meet some of the candidates running for office. Which office? A number of offices, a number of candidates all in one place. Kind of an idea to maybe first meet some folks, maybe get an idea of what they're about.
There's about 20 different people. You see all their pictures here. They're going to be at the United Christian Faith Ministries. That's on Ridgewood Drive in Baton Rouge. They're going to be meeting at 6:30 tonight. So if you want one last ditch effort to hear what they have to say, you're a little bit confused about what's on that ballot, head on over tonight to hear what they have to say.
What is on that ballot? Make sure you know before you go, because early voting is going on right now. I went yesterday.
How were
Early
the
voting.
lines?
It was no lines.
Great.
And so I live in EBR, and obviously there's a couple places you go in EBR. Spot I hit, ready to go. Everybody ready to go. I was in and I had everything on my app. I had already known.
Yeah.
Did the homework. Walked in, walked out. It was like 90 seconds. I mean, seriously,
that.
it's that quick.
Yeah.
Know before you go. Make it easy on yourself. Early voting continues this week.
Heads up. If you have any paint, any other hazardous materials that you're like, I don't want to just dump this in the trash, I don't know where to put
Yeah.
it. Well, EBR City Parish hosting a hazardous waste collection day.
This is where it is.
LSU
Touchdown Village. Yeah, you know where because they've been there before. It's
Yeah.
again this Saturday, 9 this morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They have actually a list of some of the items that you can take,
Yeah.
what they're going to be accepting. Pretty easy to find, and that way, just get it out of your house.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Make it easy on you.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the Tigers are away this weekend,
That's
so
right.
it's not going to be packed.
Yeah, they're up in Missouri.
Oh, man.
Hey, did you buy a ticket?
I did not.
Well, don't worry. Nobody won the dang thing, so you got a shot at it. It is now $1.4 billion, boys
What?
and girls.
It's not like it's that much more different, right? 1.2 billion was the jackpot just yesterday.
Now it's worth
So maybe Johnny has an opportunity to get a Powerball ticket this time.
What you doing, Johnny? You gonna buy one?
So buy Powerball and not Mega Millions? I mean,
Yes.
Buy them
yes.
all, honestly.
What's
Right.
Mega
what do you
right
think
now?
I'm made of, money?
Well, once you
trying to get
win,
money.
you will be, and then you can take care of all of us.
I take care of y'all anyway.
This is a good.
ways. In many ways. By the way, Matt, real quick, where did you vote? Which location?
Off of Coursey, the firehouse, the fire department right there off of Coursey. Which is where they've moved over there. Nobody there. I mean, well, not nobody.
we can
Easy
still go to the
lines.
archives, though, right?
You sure
No,
can.
You can as well, absolutely. There, again, check. We got the story on the website right now. All the parishes, all the locations. But yeah, it was a good, easy opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
take care of that. Make sure that's done before
Yeah, get her
Election
done.
Day.
Get
Election
her done.
I'm writing Steve
14th.
Caparata in somewhere. I don't know for what.
Really, for what? We don't know.
Wow. For all the
no
positions?
part of political office.
Wow.
I'll vote for him.
We need to keep him in the house, Johnny. We need him in here. Tell us about the good weather that's coming around. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.